Ford and the assembly line that changed the world. The image shows a simple car with thin wheels and an upright body. This is the Ford Model T, built by Ford at a time when cars were rare and expensive machines. What made this car different was not how it looked, but how it was built. Ford introduced the moving assembly line, a system where the car came to the worker, instead of the worker walking to the car. This reduced build time from more than 12 hours to less than 2. Because of this system, the Model T became affordable for ordinary families. It was strong, easy to repair, and designed for rough roads. Many parts were interchangeable, which meant owners could fix problems without special tools. This idea shaped modern manufacturing far beyond cars. What few people realize is that Ford limited choice on purpose. Early buyers could only get one color because paint needed time to dry. What? Black dried fastest, so black became standard. Today, modern factories use robots, computers, and dozens of color options without slowing production. The weakness of Ford's success was rigidity. While the world changed, Ford refused to update design and features. Customers eventually wanted comfort and style, not just reliability. Competitors adapted faster. The same system that lifted Ford to the top slowly made it fall behind, proving that efficiency alone cannot protect a brand forever. Cadillac and the age of mechanical luxury. The massive chrome, long hoods, and dramatic tail fins in the thumbnail belonged to Cadillac, a brand that defined luxury for decades. Under General Motors, Cadillac focused on making cars smoother, quieter, and more impressive than anything else on the road. Cadillac introduced electric starters, power steering, and automatic transmissions long before they were common. In the 1950s, owning a Cadillac meant success. These cars floated over roads, isolating passengers from noise and vibration. Interiors felt like living rooms, not machines. This mattered in an era when most cars were still uncomfortable and tiring to drive. A lesser-known detail is how heavy these cars were. Steel frames, thick glass, and massive engines made them powerful but inefficient. Fuel was cheap, and safety rules were limited, so size was seen as protection. Today, luxury cars achieve comfort through software, adaptive suspension, and lightweight materials. The fall began when fuel prices rose and regulations tightened. Big engines became a liability. Foreign brands offered luxury with efficiency. Cadillac struggled to redefine itself without losing identity. The brand survived, but the era of oversized mechanical luxury ended, showing how changing priorities can quietly erase even the strongest symbols of status. Packard and the meaning of prestige. Before Cadillac ruled luxury, Packard set the standard. Packard cars were built with extreme attention to detail. Engines were smooth, cabins were silent, and reliability was unmatched. Packard was the choice of presidents, diplomats, and industrial leaders. What made Packard special was restraint. Designs were elegant, not flashy. Engineering quality mattered more than appearance. During the 1930s, Packard even built aircraft engines, proving technical strength beyond cars' own. A surprising fact is that Packard tried to expand by making cheaper models. The idea was to survive the Great Depression by selling more cars. Instead, it damaged the brand's image. Wealthy buyers no longer felt exclusive. At the same time, production costs stayed high. Modern luxury brands manage this balance carefully using sub-brands and shared platforms. Packard lacked this flexibility. As competition grew and cost rose, the company faded. Prestige without adaptability was not enough. Packard's fall explains why modern brands protect image as carefully as technology. Volkswagen and the People's Car Revolution. The rounded shape in the thumbnail represents the Volkswagen Beetle, one of the most produced cars in history. Volkswagen designed it to be simple, cheap, and reliable. Air-cooled engines meant fewer parts and less maintenance. The Beetle mattered because it put millions of people on wheels. It worked in extreme climates and poor conditions. Mechanics everywhere learned to fix it easily. Its design barely changed for decades, creating instant recognition. Few people notice how outdated the car became internally. Heating systems were weak. Safety features were minimal. Performance lagged behind modern traffic. While modern compact cars use electronics and advanced safety systems, the Beetle relied on simplicity. Volkswagen eventually replaced it with front-engine, water-cooled cars to meet safety and emissions laws. The Beetle became a symbol rather than a solution. Its rise and fall show how long-lasting designs must still evolve to survive. Pontiac and the muscle car gamble. Pontiac once stood for excitement. Under General Motors, Pontiac pushed performance into affordable cars. The GTO turned family sedans into street racers. Big engines, loud exhausts, and bold styling attracted young buyers. This mattered in a time when driving was emotional, not efficient. Horsepower numbers sold cars. Insurance companies and regulators soon noticed the risks. Accidents increased. Fuel consumption soared. A lesser-known issue was internal competition. Pontiac competed with other GM brands, limiting innovation. When fuel crises hit, muscle cars lost appeal overnight. Modern performance cars use turbocharging and electronics to balance power and control. Pontiac lacked the resources to adapt quickly. The brand was discontinued, leaving behind a legacy of raw performance. Pontiac proves how fast public taste can turn against excess. Saab and the engineering-first philosophy. Saab approached cars like aircraft. Saab focused on safety, aerodynamics, and turbocharging. Interiors were designed around drivers, not fashion. Ignition keys sat between seats for safety. This thinking produced loyal fans but limited mass appeal. Designs felt strange to many buyers. Costs were high. Marketing was weak. Modern cars adopt Saab ideas quietly, like turbo efficiency and safety-focused cabins. Saab failed not because ideas were wrong, but because scale was small. Innovation without financial strength could not survive global competition. Oldsmobile and the race for innovation. Oldsmobile once introduced features others later copied. Oldsmobile brought automatic transmissions to the mainstream. The brand stood between luxury and affordability. The problem was confusion. Buyers no longer understood what Oldsmobile represented. Innovation became marketing noise. Younger buyers moved on. Modern brands use clear positioning. Oldsmobile lost it. The brand quietly disappeared despite shaping modern driving comfort. Plymouth and the cost of losing identity. Plymouth was created as an affordable brand under Chrysler. Plymouth offered reliable transportation without luxury. Over time, its models became copies of others, with different badges. Customers saw no reason to choose it. Modern buyers expect clear value. Plymouth faded because it stopped standing for anything unique. These brands shaped today's cars through success and failure. Understanding their rise and fall explains why modern vehicles are safer, smarter, and more focused. The past still drives the present, even when the badges are gone.